There is no question in my mind or anyone's mind that sees Estrella Mountain Ranch that it is truly a very unique community. It's beautiful, it is picturesque, but it's not all that it's cracked up to be. So we're going to talk about the pros, the cons, and I'm going to be brutally honest with you. So don't go anywhere because I'm just going to lay it on out. This is Sheryl Willis over at the Real Agent Now group right here in Phoenix, Arizona. And if you are thinking about moving to the greater Phoenix area, please subscribe, like, and comment below. We release 2 videos every week so you can learn more and more about the greater Phoenix area, keep you up to date on what's going on, but we can't answer your questions unless you pick up that phone. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. These nights or weekends, we got your back, but let's get started on this one for you right now. All right, let's get started. There's always the good, the bad, and the ugly. And here's the thing, most of the videos that you watch are just all about, oh, everything is wonderful, everything is great. Well, I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you what it's really like. I drive and sell all over the greater Phoenix area. People ask me, where would I live if I didn't have to have that flexibility and being in a bunch of different places literally at a moment's notice? And I have to tell you, Estrella Mountain Ranch is up there. I'm being brutally honest. My first pro is I'm going to tell you, it is some of the most beautiful desert you have ever seen. Many people too, when they come here, they have a vision. They're coming from Ohio or upstate New York or Oregon or Washington. I'm not kidding you. That's where the majority of the people are coming from. And they always tell me they want these big green trees and meadows. And I'm like, you're moving to the desert. I'm like, you're gonna have to fall in love with the desert landscaping. Well, when I talk about falling in love with desert landscaping, this community is the top on my charts as far as water conservation and really being with the elements of the natural desert. I am telling you, the landscaping that the builders put in, especially the newer communities, and I don't just mean the new construction because there is a lot of new construction out there, but I'm talking about homes that have been built over the last 3 to 5 years. I'm talking stunning, flowering, beautiful desert plants that will survive with just the groundwater. Now, you still want to have your drip system so that your plants don't die in the event for an extended droughted period, but it's beautiful. The big rocks and the big granite, I'm telling you, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Now, the one thing, again, that I really love is the landscaping, the beautiful mountain views. But with that comes the first con, and that con is going to be wildlife. So if you want to live one with the wild, you got to expect them critters to be really nearby. So I'm a hiker. So one of the first things I did, because I take my dog hiking all the time, is I had my dog rattlesnake desensitized trained. That makes sense. So he was conditioned sound, scent, smell, there we go. And he reacts a funny way when he smells, hears, or sees a rattlesnake. And we've been hiking a couple of times, and I don't ask him to show me where it is, but he has let me know there is a rattlesnake nearby. And so I let him take me to whatever direction away we're going. I would highly recommend this if you are going to enjoy this part of the area of the greater Phoenix area. I would also consider maybe not having a dog door, depending on the size of the dog door that you might want to have there at the house. Look, coyotes, they're critters, raccoons. I'm not going to say snakes don't come in a dog door, but they could. You know how the dog door kind of flaps open and it might stay open a little bit? If there's a crack, if there's a hole to be had, the snake's going to be coming on in. Now, that doesn't mean a rattlesnake, but I am telling you, I don't care what kind of snake it is, they're not my friend. So you're also going to want to consider possibly that you can seal your home. So you can have your home sealed to eliminate all pests. This would be crickets, spiders, and the one I'm talking about the most is scorpions. So there is a way to separate yourself from the wildlife, but just know that you are building amongst the beautiful mountains, the Estrella Mountains, And so you are right in there with wildlife. It's not going to go away, but you can seal it so they don't come in your house. Okay. Now, the second pro is going to be that really serene. I'm telling you, there is nothing like quiet when you hear quiet desert. When you're up in the mountains and you hear that denseness from the trees, it's different in the desert. And I am telling you, when you go out there, especially in the newer communities, which are really, 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 really far out there, it's a piece that you've never experienced. I would love to vacation here. I can't even imagine living here full time. Like, to me, that would just be heaven. But it's going to come with the next con, and that is this. Holy moly, is it far? I mean, it's far. It was far before, but it's still far. And what I mean by that is it has infilled, like between Interstate 10 and to the entrance. It's the most beautiful drive-in. It really is. Like, if I was going to go camping for the weekend, or if I was going to a vacation home, like I was saying, you're just driving and driving. Fortunately, it's not a straight road, so it's this beautiful windy road. You're seeing beautiful cacti. People don't realize that saguaros are all plentiful in this area, which, if you didn't know, if you see a saguaro that's just a tall single cactus, that means it's a youngin'. And once it sprouts its first, it might look like a ball in its head, or it might look like an arm or whatever. But the first arm that comes off that cactus, that means that cactus is over 80 years old. When you realize that and you're driving through the desert, you're just wowed. Like, when we're talking about a 20-year drought, this plant that you're driving by has managed to live by itself, feed itself, protect itself for over 80 years. It blows you away. But aside from these beautiful drive-in, I'm telling you, you can listen to beautiful music on your way in. You can catch up with family and friends. You can also listen to podcasts. You can make yourself super smart. You can learn yourself another language. I'm telling you, no matter if you don't work in Goodyear, which that's one of the other negatives that I'll bring up later, you're going to be driving at least 20 plus minutes up to Interstate 10. And when I say up, if you're at home in Estrella Mountain Ranch, you're going to be driving north to Interstate 10. And then when you get to Interstate 10, you're going to be even less happier, because at least the desert driving was nice. Interstate 10 is no doubt comparable to LA traffic, New York traffic, San Francisco traffic. It is bad traffic. And it seems like there's construction all the time. Like, they keep widening it, but it's never wide enough. Interstate 10, it is a main thoroughfare. If you didn't know, it goes literally from Los Angeles all the way to Florida, and it passes right through Arizona. It is nothing but semi-trucks, commuter traffic. It's miserable. It is miserable. That's a pretty big con, I have to tell you. The drive is no fun. And if you live out there, you're going to be going through more windshields. You're going to be going through more tires. You're going to be going through more gasoline. You're going to go through more oil changes. Get my drift? If you really like Estrella Mountain Ranch, there's a lot to like. Make sure that you're factoring those extra costs in. All right. My next pro is I love what you can get for your money there. Wow. I'm talking probably the least expensive mountain views in the entire greater Phoenix area. Now, I could be wrong. There might be somewhere that I'm not thinking about right off the top of my head. Scottsdale, extremely expensive. Even Mesa views are very expensive. Peoria views are very expensive. Buckeye views up in Vistancia and Verado, Peoria and Buckeye, both of those are pretty pricey. I think that Estrella Mountain wins with the best price for beautiful views. I really do. And the builders right now, and it's important that if you watch this video, call me now, because as they're closing out, those deals are going away. Here's what's happened with the builders in mid 2022, when interest rates went pew pew through the roof. The builders very proactively, they knew exactly what was going to happen. And they immediately, instead of only releasing 1 or 2 or 3 a month, they went, boom, we'll put them all on the market at once. And at the end of the year, they started doing massive closeouts. They have gone through more than 50% of their inventory since they threw it all on the market about 7 or 8 months ago. So there's only 50% less. And as that inventory gets smaller and smaller and smaller, they're not requesting new permits. So if you're thinking of new construction, you need to give us a call. We have been working with almost every single builder out there and have gotten some smoking deals for our buyers. Whether you're thinking about moving now, they also have some from dirt homes, meaning that they're not going to be done until later this year. You should definitely give us a call. We'll help put that plan together for you. But the prices for resale homes, not the new construction, but the resale homes, believe it or not, shocking, in the high 300s. What? Yeah. Cute little starter homes. If you're thinking of a second home, especially a vacation home, and you want to get away from the hustle and bustle anyways, this is the time to get in. There is some amazing homes that are available. 300, 400, 500,000 resale homes. Now, again, it has been building out there for over 20 years now. So it's really important when you're buying a resale that you work with a relocation specialist so we can help educate you on what the difference is and what to look for in buying a home in Arizona, especially one that's 20 years old. And I know those of you that are coming from older cities like Oregon, Seattle, Chicago, you're like, 20 years, that's a new home for us. I'm like, I know, but that's an older home for us. And homes need new roofs. They need windows eventually when the seals start breaking because of the extreme heat. AC units, I love when the seller says, it's fine, it's working. Well, you know what? It's working till it's not working. And the last thing you want to have happen is not have air conditioning in July and August. Now, I would love to say I have a whole bunch of more cons, but I don't. Other than this community is truly unique and one of a kind. The common area, there's actually 2 community pools now, but the main community pool is like a resort. It has a water fun park for the kids. It has a gym. It has a cafe. It has an outdoor lounge restaurant area. You have a beautiful view of the lake. They also have boat dock. They have sailboat lessons as part of the HOA. There's beautiful, I mean, it's so fun watching. I've been out there many times walking my dog. Everyone is so friendly and super dog friendly, this entire community. It is truly unique. I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. They have movies in the park. They have common area like 4th of July party. They had a Halloween party. They had Christmas parties. And there is a few stores right on site that you don't have to go all the way into Phoenix to get service. There's a Safeway, there's my favorite McDonald's, there's Taco Bell, there's all the few things at a yogurt shop that you need. Gas station, oh God, you need a gas station for sure, right? So everything you really need is right there, and you're definitely going to get to know all your neighbors because everybody shows at the same Safeway. But if you need to get into like Ross, Target, shopping mall, Dillard's, Macy's, all that kind of stuff, you're going to have to go up to Interstate 10. Blech. Here's some of the other things that you want to consider. Not top-rated schools out there still, which is unfortunate. We also don't have very good medical, I shouldn't say good. We don't have a lot of medical care up there. There is like a Banner emergency, but it's not even open 24 hours. So if there is an emergency, you're going to have to drive up to Interstate 10. Also, there's very little employment in this area. So unless you work from home or you have one of the maybe service jobs in the area, you're going to be driving up to where? Interstate 10. All right, guys, if you're thinking about buying in the greater Phoenix area, give me a call. I'm going to give you the truth. I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, no matter where. No area is perfect. Not even Scottsdale. I'm telling you guys, there's good and bad in everything. It's just a balance and what works for you. So I would love to hear from you, answer your questions, and help you find that perfect spot that you'll call home. All right, pick up the phone. Talk to you soon. Until next time, have a good one. Be safe, be kind.